Tariki ni 11 naguo mweri-ini wa 10 kana Oktoba mwaka wa 2023 imihuko wakwa ati muthenya waku ni uragutwarithia wega na nini ndagioka niguo ngumenyithia maria mari ku thiini iria iriko ya mohoro guku ni kwa Muthingi TV mbere ndaya reke twambe twamukire mamwe ma maria tukuhaririirie.
Mamwe ya tukuhaririirie ni ati
kuna siku tunapumua hata asubuhi watu wame hata jana hata saa hii kidogo wataanza
wagagu niothiete na mbere na kuonekana muhaka-ini wa kaunti ya Pokot ya Ithũĩro na Turkana ugicũngĩrĩria kũragwo kwa andũ erĩ nĩ aici a mahiũ.
Maafisa wa polisi wamekuja usiku mwanzo wa saa 4 hivi kama wateja wetu na wakaweka ua katika shamba la Kanu.
Ngucanio gũthiĩ na mbere na kuonekana gatagatĩ ka maabitha a borithi na arũmĩrĩri a kĩama gĩa Kanu igũrũ rĩgiĩ mũgũnda ũmwe kaunti-inĩ ya Kakamega.
Leo hii tunazindua mradi muhimu zaidi, mradi wa kupatia vijana wetu fursa.
Mbeũ njĩthĩ milioni 8 nĩo matanyĩtwo kuona mawĩra kuma thirikari nene.
Mutaburuko uyu uragukinyira na njira ya imwe kwa imwe live transmission turamemerekia kuma guku mucii munene wa Kenya Nairobi. Itikira kwania na ithu kuri mwena wa Facebook ni @Muthingi TV, kuri mwena wa YouTube ni @Muthingi TV. Wana watu tigira ndumiriri ya kuguhe kuni tuko tukimia mukira Amboseli Gardens ni ko tukiri na mahinda mothe tugicemania nawe na ujete Kariuki wa Nduati ni gukorwo gitika tukiajiriria ni ati oguku ugitiri ni uthiete na mbere na kuongerereka na makeria mwaka-ini wa kaunti ya Pokot wiro kana kurumirira ngui kuretu ikionekana mahinda kwa mahinda undu uri ucungiririe andu eri gukorwo magite mio yao kiroko gia ukia kana kiroko kia rucini rwa gukia umuthi maya mukite riri kamanda wa borithi mwena ucio kana mwena ucio noria uikaine ta Peter Katam mathiete na mbere na kuga ati ni maranirie na athuri ro hamwe na nyitite matiganite magietha njira ya gutigirira ni macokia thayo undu uyu ukionekana kugia na mihinga. Minister ugitiri wa thiini Professor Kindiki Kithure riu nioritio gukorwo akingirira undu ucio kuna ati wici wa mahiu niguo rekwo gukorwo niguo kionjiriria kinene kia bara ici.
tabu nilikuwa Mombasa lakini saa hii ni kama Jaimani Jaimani saa hii na baada hatujafikia Jaimani ile amuru kamili. Kuna siku tunapumua hata asubuhi watu wamepigana hata jana hata saa hii kidogo wataanza. Kuna siku wanyamaza na kenye tu tunashangaa kweli hii senda hatuna kitu ya kutuchunga naye. Sisi tuko shida za senda kama saa 12 tumejifungia kwa nyumba.
Unaona hata mimi nimeshinda kwenda kazi, nitakana kwenda mbele sijaenda kazi, ninalala na wafundi hapa. Sasa sijui nitalipuaje kama mama hapa anaoa kama gugu mtu anaoa kama ile mbele na viazi chusi hapo juu mlima hapa ni shup kako hospitali sasa hivi wengine hapa risasi nimeona alija kutoka hapa mpaka sasa hivi.
Wala sasa hivi mimi nakaa kama hata sina hata shilingi moja sasa kwa sababu ya shida hii fika hii. Nani atanisaidia? Tuko na wanafunzi sasa hivi, wanafunzi hawaendi shule. Wako na one month sasa hivi hawajasoma. Nani atatusomesha watoto? Tunasomesha watoto ama inakuwa ni afita? Hatuna wanaume sasa hivi hapa. Hata mimi sina bwana kwa sababu yeye aliwao.
Wenye wako na bunduki tunawapatia muda kidogo sana ya wiki moja kusalimisha hizo bunduki. Wasipofanya hivyo tutatumia mbinu zetu zote kuchukua hizo bunduki kwa lazima by force. We are giving them 1 week to surrender the firearms they have illegally, failure to which within the next 2 weeks tutaanza ile inaitwa forceful disarmament.
Tuko na uwezo kama serikali kuna uwezo, kuna officers za kutosha ambao wanaweza kufanya hivyo. Vile vile tutaandaa mikutano kadhaa na our counterparts upande ule wa Turkana ili kuhakikisha kwamba eneo hili inakuwa na amani.
Tunaona kama hii ni Jaimani, tuko Jaimani sasa na baada hatujafikia Jaimani ile
Tugithina mbere ni atena yo thirikari ni ambiririe mutaratara wa gutigirira ati ni athurima andu aria makoragwo na mawathe kaunti-ini ya Kilifi. Ni mubango urongoririe kwandikithia andu aria mari na mawathe wa ndini ciothe ni riri kaunti-ini ya Kilifi. Maya mokite kuona ati thirikari ni thiete na mbere na gwikiriria na kuona ati andu aria makoragwo na mawathe kaingi ni makoragwo matirikitwo na njira nene, gukirikana ati mubango uyu ni guteithiriria gutigirira ati ni makorwo makiririkana na njira iria yagiriire.
We are here today. This is Morakaya. We are having a week-long activity on assessment and registration of persons with disabilities, and which is among the key mandates of the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. And why we are doing assessments and registration is, number one, with a bid to know the persons with disabilities within a given locality. And for this case, we are actually having this team transverse Kilifi South. That is, each day we are going to actually hold this activity in a given ward.
Katika matarajio yangu kwa hii assessment ya leo, niko na matumaini makubwa kuwa kuna mazuri ambayo yatakuja, hususan si kwa upande wangu tu peke yake, lakini hata watu tofauti ambao pia wako kwenye challenge kama sangu, ama wengine wako kwenye challenge tofauti, lakini hususan pia ni walemavu.
They are not registered. It becomes an uphill task for them to access these services because they don't have the relevant formal recognition as persons with disabilities. So through this, then we shall be able to reach out to more persons with disabilities with the assistive devices, with scholarships for those in secondary schools, with LPO financing, that is persons with disabilities who want to engage in businesses to be able actually to make a living, and many other support services that the council provides for persons with disabilities.
President Mugathe William Samuel Ruto ni atariria tena ari na muoroto wa gutigirira ati ni heria aungumania othe na aria makoretwo sekta-ini ya urugamiriri wa mitito, akiaria hingo ya kurekererio kwa makurutu aria makorirwo makihubwo thombe ya muthenya wa mothe. President William Ruto ni ugite ati ndari no ndongi o gutigirira ati ni ahukana ni atigirira ni ahuthira njira iria ciothe kuhota gutigirira ni ahorana na ungumania. Gukiri uguo, President the makoretwo makiamukira mishara ya thirikari no ni ungumania makorwo makiherio mitambo-ini ya thirikari na makiria kwamukagira mishara yao
kupitia kwa ushirikiano na wizara ambayo inahusika na KW na KFS. Kumepatikana wale wafanyikazi wa KFS waliozembea kazini, walio wafisadi na walioshughulika na kusaidia kuharibika kwa misitu ya taifa letu la Kenya. Na nimeamrisha bodi ya KFS, hawa wote waliopatikana aidha wakizembea ama wakijihusisha na ufisadi ama wakichangia kuharibika kwa misitu yetu, wote waondolewe kazini na wapewe kotini. Wamepatikana tayari forest managers and forest rangers 23. Those who have been found either compromised, incompetent, or engaged in corruption in this space that has led to the destruction of our forest assets, I have instructed the board to remove them from being officers of government and workers of government, and as the DCI is concluding investigations, to make sure that these people are prosecuted. From tomorrow, I don't want them in government payroll. These are people who are saboteurs and who are encouraging the destruction of our environment. There must be a thorough cleanup in the Kenya Forest Service. Now I have instructed the ministry to make sure that the tragedy that had become of the Kenya forest and environmental conservation in our country must come to an end.
Thirikari ya bũrũri wa Kenya ni kana thirikari ya bũrũri wa Kenya nĩ rĩkĩtie kwambĩka mĩtaratara mĩkinyanĩru ya gũtigĩrĩra atĩ nĩ yahũrana na ũtoi romwe na ũhũgũku wa ũgitĩri kumanagia na tharĩko cia ũtoi gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ arĩ hamwe na gũtigĩrĩra atĩ nĩ gwakwo gĩceceni kĩmwe gĩa gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ gĩa gũtigĩrĩra atĩ bũrũri nĩ wegeta kumanagia na ũrĩa ũrehagwo nĩ itoi. Nĩ riboti ĩrekereirio nĩ minista wa ũgitĩri wa thĩinĩ Kindiki Kithure mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ na makĩria ũrĩa thiĩte na mbere na kuuga atĩ thirikari ya President William Ruto nĩ ĩgetete wega gũtigĩrĩra atĩ itoi nĩ ciahũkio.
Honorable Speaker, the following measures have been put in place to boost counter-terrorism efforts and safeguard the lives and property of the people of Kenya. First, the government has set up the Anti-Terrorism Police Unit, ATPU, which continues to do a fantastic job in thwarting the threats of terror on a continuous basis. The government has also established the National Center, the National Counter-Terrorism Center, to deal with research and also identification of terror threats, and also to deal with radicalization and countering radicalization, which is the main recipe for terrorists and the breeding of terror. We also have set in place a joint terrorism task force. Likewise, Kenya has a very robust financial reporting center whose mandate, among other things, is to track inflows and outflows of financial resources into our financial system. And occasionally, this financial reporting center has helped us to detect finances destined to the financing of terrorism, and we've been able to apprehend those resources. The government has also set up a modern Coast Guard, under the Kenya Coast Guard Services Act of 2015, and therefore the Coast Guard is helping us police the Kenya's territorial waters, the internal waters of Kenya, and that helps to keep terror which is transported by sea.
Kindiki Kithure areba kana gwikinyitie mbere ya kamiti ya Senate rucini rwa ũmũthĩ. Koguo nĩ riboti tũkwarĩrĩria na njĩra nyandandũku ĩgiĩ ũgitĩri wa bũrũri. Ũguo nake President William Ruto agĩtigĩrĩra atĩ mbira kana maabitha a borithi na makĩria sekta-inĩ ya mĩtitũ nĩ makorirwo makĩhumbwo thũmbĩ cia ũmũthĩ. Nĩ riboti tũrathiĩ na mbere na kũharĩrĩria Mohoro hwainĩ nĩ gũkorwo gĩciamũkĩra na ribona na njĩra ĩrĩa yagĩrĩire, naguo kana nakĩo kĩama gĩa gũtetera ihoto cia arutani gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ rĩu nĩ mathiĩte na mbere na gũikia ihoya kũrĩ ministry ya gĩthomo gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ ĩrĩa ĩtongoragio nĩ Ezekiel Machogu, makiuga atĩ nĩ marabatara ihinda inini gũkorwo makĩmaka igeranio na maigagĩra wĩra thinacara cia rũcinĩ nĩ magakorwo makiuma wĩra wona ciharĩ wega thaa ithatũ cia ũtukũ. Kira makiuga atĩ nĩ kĩnini gũkĩrĩ ũguo nĩ mathiĩte na mbere na kuuga atĩ makorwo makĩririkanwo thaa macio mothe makoragwo makĩmaka kĩgeranio. Aingĩ ao matikoragwo nginyanagia na thimũ ciao cia moko. Maya mokĩte rĩrĩa arutwo a kĩrathi kĩa grade 6, arutwo a kĩrathi gĩa 4 na oro hamwe na arutwo a kĩrathi gĩa form 4 matanyĩtwo gũkorwo magĩikarĩra igeranio ciao cia gĩbũrũri.
We don't have any agreement with the NEC. They have been appointing our teachers to go and mark. They have been appointing them to go and invigilate and to go and supervise. Most of the times when they are invigilating, they go extra mile to spend a lot of time. Sometimes they leave at 6 and they come back at night. Nobody pays them. The National Examination Council does not address the concept of equal pay for work done. So we want to demand that our teachers now, before any appointment is done by the National Examinations Council, they must address the union. They must address teachers through the union, because they have been discriminating teachers. They pay security officers, but teachers are paid nothing. Then when you go to the marking centers, those are concentration centers where teachers are not even allowed to have their gadgets of communication. And you know, this country, we have a very progressive constitution where the right for information is a right, is a constitutional right. Teachers cannot communicate to their families. Teachers cannot talk to outside the centers. So we are demanding that they improve the centers. But before this, we are asking the teachers not to report to the centers before the National Examinations Council talk to us.
Aya na gitio kinene muroreri wakwa rutwa betu korwo tugikiria tuthikuria thoko-ini rugetukire guthira mitambo na yamo tugicokereria ni turahodoka na riboti makiria guku ni kwa Muthingi TV.
Mwiroreri wa Muthingi TV, riu turi na uhoro mwega kuri we. Uri na mweke wa kwihotanira kimandika gya ciringi 100 mbeca baribari kuma gwa Kuza Biz. Guthaka ni uhuthu. Urahingura thimu yaku, ugathie kwa M-Pesa, lipa na M-Pesa, pay bill number ugekira 825454, account name ugekira Muthingi, ugacoka ugekira ciringi 99 peke yake. Ririkana ore urathaka maita maingi niguo urongerera mieke ya kwihotanira. Wihikahike ukorwo uri umwe wa ahotani a mbeca baribari a o muthenya. Muthako uyu ni mwitikirie ni ruhonge rwa kuramata mithako bururi-ini BCLB na ndwitikiritio kuri ciana cia thi wa ukuru wa miaka 18. Thaka na uigiririki.
Uri murimi munini na ni uravatara ngwataniro na nyumba ya Mohoro, ihinda ni riri amu Muthingi TV ni irakuhe mweke wa kwanirithia kimenyithia niguo ukurie biashara yaku na njira nene. Tuhurire thimu kugerera +7 7 572 358 kana utwandikire email niyo sales@lookuptv.co.ke. ukatutume ndugu na tutirithanie hamwe amu ndugu ni makinya.
ne muremi muramati na nie njoroge na hindi ciothe ngwiraga njukaga gugubundithia maindo megie no uremi na taririkana turagubundithia uremi wa mbembe, tugabundithia wigi wa ng'ombe, wigi wa nguku, wigi wa mburi na maundu mothe mahana uremi. Hindi ciothe ungikenda kuruta uremi kana kuruta wira wa uremi uria urakurehera mbeca, ririkanaga gutire mundu ungi Kenya ng'ima ungigubundithia uremi tiga njoroge. Na umuthe ndirakwira umuthe ni hindi iria uguthomera na mikana gibindi giki gigokaga kuri we o Jumamothi thaa 8, Jumamothi thaa 8 thiini wa Muthingi TV. Withomere, wionere na uhige na uremi. Ririkanaga gibindi niki muremi muramati.
Nitoshokereria ngatho cia mwanya ni guthii na mbere na kurumanira hamwe na ithuĩ gikunjuro-inĩ kitu kia Mohoro ngikumenyithia ta uria bũrũri ũragĩthii na mbere na gũkĩriũnga. Mwandĩki mũkaru ministry-inĩ ya ũgitĩri wa thĩinĩ nĩwe Ndagĩtarĩ Raymond Omolo nĩugĩte kana nĩkĩtie kũrugũria tabarĩra ya kũruta mathomo kũrĩ aruti a wĩra a thirikari na makĩria arĩa makomishona oro hamwe na makomishona nĩguo gũtigĩrĩra atĩ nĩmakorwo na ũgĩ wa gũtigĩrĩra atĩ nĩmakorwo makinya bara na gũtigĩrĩra tabarĩra itiganĩte cia gĩthirikari nĩ ciakorwo igĩkinyanĩra na njĩra ĩrĩa yagĩrĩire.
Now we are expecting El Nino in the coming days, so there is also a program in terms of the preparedness and our ability to respond to emergencies. But overall, the focus for this 3-day reorientation program is to fully go through the government's better plan and have our senior officers well retooled to be able to implement and actualize it. End of this training, we expect that there will be an engagement from our senior officers with the other administrators and officers below the rank and file, all the way down to the sub locations as well as in the village. First of all, we designed this program or the curriculum together with the Kenya School of Government and Tetra Tech International. So it's a 3-day program. The other week we were here with the training of trainers. These are deputy county commissioners that were selected from across all the over 370 sub-counties, 30 of them, who will help in training the other senior officers across government.
Tukithina mbere ni ati nao aikari a mwena wa Mlolongo gĩcigo-inĩ kĩa Mavoko gũkũ nĩ kaunti-inĩ ya Machakos nĩ mambĩkĩte mĩhang'o ya gũtigĩrĩra atĩ nĩ mahanda mĩtĩ kuona atĩ nĩ gũteithĩrĩria na njĩra nene kũgacĩrithia marĩa matũrigicĩirie. Makĩaria mũthenya wa ira thutha wa gũkorwo makĩhanda thibitarĩ wa Mlolongo level 3 nĩ maugĩte atĩ mĩtĩ ĩno yakũra nĩ gũteithĩrĩria arwaru na njĩra nene kuona atĩ nĩ marĩonaga handũ ha gũkorwo makĩhurũka. Maya mokĩte nĩmonekanĩte kũnyita mĩto ya President William Samoei Ruto mbaru ya gũtigĩrĩra atĩ nĩ mahanda mĩtĩ na njĩra ĩrĩa yagĩrĩire kuona atĩ President atanyĩte kũhanda mĩtĩ bilioni 1 gũkinyĩria kana gwa kahinda ka mĩaka 10 yũkĩte.
Huyu kwa wanapanda umena na tumekuwa tukifanya hizi vitu kwa communities nyingi, tumekuwa tukifanya kwa police station, kwa mashule. Sasa tumeamua leo kuweza kufanya hapa kwenye hospitali ili pia tuweze kulinda mazingira, ili tuweze make sure kwamba mazingira yako sawa, na tumepanda miti. Hatuki tupande mti moja ama mbili, tunataka tupande miti ambazo italeta ile manufaa katika jamii. Angalia hapa kwenye hospitali hapa itasaidia sana katika na kuweza make sure pia wagonjwa wetu, mtu akiwa mgonjwa pale anaweza toka pale nje anatulia pale kwenye mti. Leo tumeamua tupande miti 30 hapa kwenye hospitali, alafu tutaenda mahali pengine pia tuongeze zingine. Tunataka tuweze kufikisha miti 1,300. Ni kweli? 1,300 katika hii mtaa yetu ya Mlolongo.
Bunge hoi! Bunge power! Bunge power!
Anaitwa badabishine tukimta.
Tukina mbere elmia tena wale methamaki kuma kaunti-inĩ ya Siaya nĩ moritũ maikari megetete wega kumanagia na mbura nene ya El Nino kana ya gĩboboto ĩrĩa ĩtanyĩtwo gũkorwo ĩkiura kwanjĩrĩria gatagatĩ ka mweri ũyũ tũrĩ wa Oktoba. Maya mokĩte rĩrĩ mũrũgamĩrĩri wa thiĩte na mbere na kũmaikĩrĩrĩtana maikari megetete kuona atĩ itego ciao kana itego ciao cia gũkorwo igĩkuo nĩ mbura ya mũiyũro.
I'm called Agro Bamba, fisheries officer from Siaya. I work for the county government of Siaya Directorate of Fisheries in a program called SDSP, which is Agriculture Sector Development Support Program, where we deal with 3 value chains, that is fish and chicken. What I wanted to say is about the floods alert that is coming from the expected El Nino rains that is just about to start, and we are just saying that for the beaches, I'm only warning them that they be cautious on how they land their boats, and also how they keep their documents and equipments inside the banda, because some of our beaches are getting filled by water up to the bandas level. And therefore that warning will really make them to be alert so that they can know what to do. Also goes to the cage farmers. I also want to appeal to the cage farmers that when they have not done the good service for the cages, the storm may go wipe out the cages. And so I'm advising them that they try to for new ropes so that they can tie the cages tightly so that they cannot be affected by the storms. Also to the fish farmers, I'm talking to the fish farmers who are doing the ponds. I'm alerting them that with the heavy rains and the floods and the downpour, there may be some chances of flooding of the ponds. Now I'm advising them that if they have a fish that has the market size, I'm telling them to go and sell them before the floods. But if the fish are too small, then they can get means of diverting the floods from passing over the fish ponds.
Mbeũ njĩthĩ makĩria ma mirioni 1.8 nĩ matanyĩtwo gũkorwo kana gũkorwo makĩgunĩka na mawĩra na kuma kũrĩ thirikari nene. Minista wa mathako gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ Babu na Mwamba nĩ gũrekereirie ndeto ĩno akiuga atĩ mbeũ njĩthĩ kuma kaunti-inĩ itiganĩte nĩ megũkorwo makĩgunĩka. Muoroto wao arĩ gũtigĩrĩra atĩ namba nene ya mbeũ njĩthĩ arĩa matarĩ na mawĩra nĩ makorwo makĩona mawĩra. Nĩ mĩario ĩkoretwo ĩkĩnyitwo mbaru nĩ gavana wa kaunti namba 21 Irũngũ wa Kang'ata.
Leo hii tunazindua mradi muhimu zaidi. Mradi wa kupatia vijana wetu fursa. Fursa ya kwanza ni kuweka pesa mfukoni. That is a critical element of the project we are flagging off or unveiling today. Giving our young people a livelihood. Na serikali yetu ya Kenya Kwanza, wimbo ulikuwa pesa mfukoni. Putting money in the pockets of our people.
But as I explained, we cannot employ more because of legal restrictions. Public Finance Management Act. It caps the maximum number of people you can employ. And therefore, we had no option but to come up with such kind of a program to address the rampant problem of youth unemployment. Your Excellency, we believe that this program is revolutionary. It will ensure young people their skills are utilized.
MCA wako Atiga Gaturi Mugenete naomba utusaidia hapa bila tunaweza kuza talent ya huku Murang'a kwa sababu apart from hii kazi yetu ya governor kuna talent ingine wika.
Mugathe President William Samoei Ruto no rene mutongoria wa bũrũri kũgerera minister wa mathako Rũrĩngĩ Babu na Mwamba nĩ ndithĩirie na njĩra nene nyarari mbĩtĩka-inĩ kana nyarari iria ikoragwo igĩthaka mbĩtĩka cia gonya gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ Lioness mawega kũrĩa mata kana kũrĩa ugĩte arĩ na mũhoko nao maya mokĩte rĩrĩ nake Babu na Mwamba akoretwo akĩrugana kĩmanjĩka ya ciringi 10,000 o mũthaki itemi-inĩ rĩa gũtigĩrĩra atĩ nĩ mahũra njeki rĩrĩ matanyĩtwo gũkorwo magĩnyita itemi mbĩtĩka-inĩ cia Paris mwaka na 24
projects that the county can plug in.
To concentrate on our pool games first before heading to the semis, because we can't just reach to the finals before playing the pool games. The pool games are the tournaments that will determine if you're going to the semis and the finals. First, you're going to concentrate in our pools games before heading to the semis and also the finals. If we meet with South Africa, it won't be the first time or the last time we'll ever meet with them. We have met with them a couple of times and definitely we have beat them, and it's not just any game between Kenya and South Africa. It's really a real match and a good match for everyone.
In essence, we are sending our best regards to our 15th team in Dubai. Wish you all the best in the WXV tournament in Dubai. You prepare to face Spain in your first game, and for the rest of the tournament. This team is saying on to Tunisia and Pahi, here we come. Let us say together, Pahi, here we come.
Haya, macio nimo mariko thiini iria heriku ya mohoro gukinyiria ithaa riri ngetho cia mwanya ni ariothe makorwo makirumanira hamwe na ithui tuthi na mbere na kumenyithia utoria bũrũri wa Kenya uragithie na mbere na kwiriunga muho wako muthenya wa muthi ni gutiga ndakuria kiuria kimwe na ni nyendaga guikara ngikura kiuria giki hindi yothe ungikana gumirwo ni thina ta wiurie kana muturire-ini waku wina andu atano tu aria ungihurira thimu metikire guka guguteithia Aikodo ina andu atano meciria-ini maku na aria ungihurira thimu metikire guka guteithia we menya nduri na arata kiria wina kio ni ati wina andu ingi oi na wendeti arata mageno na cihanda wega thaa imwe Gikunjuro kia mohoro nini hogukorwo gikunjira tucemanie ona ngai agitukinyaniria mahinda ma Kariuki wa Nduati nirio ritwa riakwa thengio muno kuri timu yothe ria kinyaniria mutamburuko uyu ngai njega.